All right, we're jumping back in. This is Red Dead 2. We got part 88 coming up here. We're kind of starting off on a weird part here. I had to end the last video and start this video off kind of at a weird spot here in the middle of a mission because something came up for me. But then I wanted to finish it right away. So I've done this once or twice before. I try not to do this too. I try not to do this too much. I know it kind of sucks to end a video on a cliffhanger in the middle of a mission like that, but we'll continue up here. If you missed part 87, we didn't do a whole lot. We did some general upkeep by riding back to Blackwater. We had a nice bite to eat there, fed our horse and took care of some of that light stuff. I ended up getting involved in a game of poker that did not end on a high note necessarily, and I had to get out of Blackwater before I could sleep or take a bathe or anything like that, or take a bath or anything like that. So we want to maybe finish up some of that upkeep stuff here going into part 88. Obviously, like I said, we're smack dab in the middle of this uncle mission. John wants us to get the work started on his property now, some form of ranching. Uncle suggested that we go into town, back to the lumber yard, and acquire one of those pre-cut barn this time. Our house was a pre-cut house that we purchased. Uncle wanted us to get this pre-cut barn, so we went to the lumber yard there. We had to determine a way of affording this barn. So we went to the bank, but we were declined any sort of additional loan on top of the ones that we already acquired to get the house and stuff. We couldn't get any more money lent to us. So we ended up running into Sadie, and we got involved in a bounty mission with her that's supposed to have a good payoff from the sheriff, the current sheriff in Rhodes. It's Ramon Cortez, a member of the Del Lobos gang. From down in the New Austin region. Obviously a high value target, so of course, as I said, the payoff will be big. So hopefully this is enough money to acquire this barn that we want. That's the hope, that's the goal here. Ramon Cortez is on the run where we are at this point in the mission right here. The Del Lobos gang broke him out of the jail. We got Ramon. We got the guy, we got the bounty we were after, Ramon Cortez. We brought him to the jail, to the sheriff's office in Rhodes. We were protecting him there at the sheriff's office, as the sheriff there requested that we do. He probably had a funny feeling that the Del Lobos gang would try and retaliate. They did. Blew off the back of the jail, got Mr. Cortez out of our hands. We tracked him down to this Del Lobos encampment, and now, again, like I said, he's trying to get away. I've died a couple times with him getting away on this boat. First I shot him, then I got down to the beach. He was getting away via boat. I tried to swim after him, but Sadie died. That's why it says Sadie has died. So let's try this one more time here.
John, get down here!
I'm coming!
That's such an unnecessary fall for me to take. Good lord.
Shoot okay?
They're still alive, ain't they?
Let's see what we can do.
I'm covering! Let Ramon run away! Take him out!
Won't end well for
Okay, so we have to aim at Ramon Cortez's boat here and kind of scare him away.
You want to die right now, Cortez?
Scare him back towards us.
So you really want me to shoot you? You might get lucky in court.
Get your gun on him.
Get over here.
Range.
All right, amigo. I'm coming.
Try anything clever, you're gonna get shot.
Oh, hold your horses, chica.
Get out of there! I said, get.
Out of there! Easy, easy, girl.
Oh, you gave up easy a long time ago.
Hey, look out. There's more of them coming.
Hey! Estoy aquí!
Shut your goddamn mouth!
Ouch. Damn.
Hold on!
Sadie is not playing around here.
They keep coming, all right.
Are we done?
We might just be.
Son of a bitch.
I'll tell you though, this Del Lobos gang,
Help me load this fool on the horse.
A lot of crazy bastards. Seems Mexico's a tough place.
Too tough for you, John Marston. I'd stay well clear.
Oh, I mean to, Mrs. Adler.
this Del Lobos gang, they've got numbers. There's a lot of them, no doubt about that. I get the chance to loot them here too, which is
Show
pretty
him and
cool.
we can go.
You don't got any objections. What's in here?
Not that I got anything valuable from this dork.
Get him on a horse. We can get out of here before the buzzards show up.
Third
Okay,
time's
let's
always
go.
a charm.
Think you
Took
was
me 3
retired?
tries to finally capture
About
him.
time we collected this bounty.
Second time lucky.
What you think, Cortez? You got any more surprises up your sleeve?
You're a dead woman, and you are a dead man. The Del Lobos will not forgive this. Wherever you hide, we will find you, and we will kill you. You and anyone who is close to you.
I preferred it when you was offering money.
Oh, you want money? Hey, take my money. I got gold, lady.
But you was just saying you was gonna kill me.
Oh, you let me go? I'll forget about all this.
You see, Ramon, what we got here is a trust issue.
Oh, I'm good for it.
You're tied up on a horse, about to be taken to Santa Anita hang. You ain't good for anything. You're going the wrong way.
Listen, I swear.
Of course, because all you can do is swear. But you're just saying anything you think might get you out of this. Ramon, I couldn't trust you to pay me. I couldn't trust you not to kill me. Hell, I couldn't even trust you to kill me, if that's what we agreed.
What the hell are you talking about? I got gold, woman. Mister, gold. $5,000.
Well, I hope you left it
Ooh.
to someone in your will.
Now it's
'Cause you ain't gonna
$5,000.
find much use for it in the short time you got left.
Oh, damn you, woman. Damn you.
Oh, I've been damned a long time, my friend.
Relax, mister. We ain't got far to go.
Oh, you made a big mistake. Both of you. You should have took the money. You should have taken it. Now we're gonna come for you. I promise you that. We're gonna come for you.
Well, I hope they know just
We're
where
gonna
to
come
find
for
me, Because I'll
you.
enjoy the fight. I like the fighting, Ramon. The fighting and the killing.
You. Soldier Boy I told. I mean, let's be honest. We all remember that song, don't we? Kids. Okay, so I believe there's actually some truth to his threatening to for the Del Lobos gang to track us down, find us, and kill us. I believe there's some credibility to that. Everything else that's come from Ramon Cortez's mouth has zero credibility, including him offering us money. What a joke. I mean, as outlaws, previous outlaws, former outlaws, maybe he could strike a chord and sympathize, and we might sympathize with him on some level, but not today. We're trying to turn things around. Imagine that, offering us, yeah, like he's just gonna, we let him go and he's just gonna hand us $5,000. Something about that I doubt. The Del Lobos gang has numbers though, and I mean, I'm thinking of them and comparing them in my head to like the Mexican drug cartels of today, and they're a pretty brutal force to be reckoned with, for sure. I imagine the Del Lobos gang is the same thing, so I wonder if this will play into the story a little bit. Back at Beatrice Hope, we already have the Skinner brothers to worry about. They've caused some issues in the past with us down in that West Elizabeth region, and now that we're kind of working more in the New Austin area, I'm sure this is only the beginning of our deadly encounters with the Del Lobos gang. We wiped out a lot of them there. It's not even about capturing Cortez anymore. We just slaughtered a whole bunch of Del Lobos members, so this has been a much longer mission than I anticipated. Part of the reason why I had to cut the last video midway through it. Alright, we're back in Rhodes. John lost his hat again. This always happens in gunfights.
Here we are, back again.
Looks like.
I mean, what we collect from this ain't gonna be no $5,000.
Come on, things to do.
But at least we can feel good about our decisions. And the sheriff said he'd give us extra
Real big mistake.
for having to get him a second time. So we'll see what the final tally is here. Not that any of this money is actually going to go into my pocket. It all has to be used for this new building for my property. Any money I get now
We
seems
got
to
him,
be sunk
Sheriff.
into that damn
We
place.
got him.
I knew you'd be back, Ramon. You just can't get enough of me. Put him in the wagon for me, would you?
How's the jail?
Needs to get fixed up since this nice man blew a hole in it. Me and the boys will ride him to Saint Denis right away this time. Come along, Cortez.
Sheriff, before you go,
I'll pay you when I deliver him.
plus $75.
Exactly. Now goodbye. Let's go, boys.
I'll see you soon, amigos.
Shut up.
Thanks for this, John.
You send my money to the bank for me.
Of course.
I'm supposed to be retired from this.
This? Weren't nothing. Just a simple arrest. Money for old rope.
If you say so.
See you around, partner.
It's a real shame things didn't end up differently, and John and Sadie didn't end up as bounty hunting partners. That would have been a cool way to see the story go. They make for a cool kick-ass duo when they're out collecting bounties. We've got some of the top bounties from the country working with Sadie here in the epilogue. A couple of big shots. And this is another one here, Ramon Cortez. So we picked up varying amounts of money, but there you go. Once again, still only $503 in my pocket, because they're all loans and they're all going towards what we're trying to do here at Beecher's Hope. So I imagine with this next Uncle mission, now you know that we've put our names in for that pre-cut barn, and now that we've secured the financial means to purchase it, I'm sure this mission we'll be kind of putting it together. We'll see it. We'll see the barn erected, for lack of better words. Okay, so that's actually it over there. They've already made some progress on it. Looks like some time has passed since the events with Sadie. He just said put the money in the bank. So obviously they've already got the lumber and everything here, and it's actually mostly up so far. They've already made some good progress with it. Wow, I thought it would be more like when we had the house, putting the house together. That was actually a fun mission, putting the house together. It was a neat sort of time lapse. The way that they did it with that house building. Doesn't look like the barn is going to be quite the same way. All it says for the next Uncle mission is check on Uncle and Charles' progress with the barn. So that's kind of what our next goal is with the main story. Something that I wanted to do in the last video but did not get a chance to was continue with part 2 of our Evelyn Miller Stranger mission, the American Inferno Burnt Out. Evelyn Miller said to come meet him at his cabin in Tall Trees. So I'm going to go straight from my place here at Beecher's Hope to his cabin and rendezvous with him and see what other fun adventures we have. I don't really remember Beecher's Hope too much from the first game. I remember the McFarland Ranch, like, starting the game there more than I do much about Beecher's Hope. So I can't really say, oh yeah, now the property is coming together like it's supposed to, like it's starting to look like the first game, because I don't really know what the general layout is. My memory is not that sharp, as we know all too well. God, I couldn't. Wouldn't remember my head if it was not screwed onto my head. That is the truth. One thing though is, as we have explored more of New Austin though, and like a lot of places that ring a bell in my head have come up, like Tumbleweed and Armadillo and the McFarland Ranch, and it is starting, a lot of these places are starting to come back to me in some capacity. I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying. What else do you want from me? I love this Tall Trees region. This kind of foresty area. Evelyn Miller is back here somewhere. If you've forgotten, Evelyn Miller is
Light the fires. We got one.
Oh, are you serious? Oh my god. Now here's the Skinner Bros.
How's this moment, boy? Give him to the Skinner, boys. Make him a perfect. We got plenty of
That's a tough time to be hunted down like that by a rival gang because of being nighttime. All you see are shadows running towards you, for Christ's sakes. I think that's all of them. At first I thought there was only 3. There turned out to be about 6 or 7 of them. I'm glad we were able to take care of them. I'm a little bit worried about Clutch because he's been taking some damage here, and I'm a little bit worried about it. He's back up to being fit. He's not malnourished anymore, so that's good. But now, as you can see, his health is down a bit, and he's back to being dirty, so... Just want to keep a close eye on him.
Ready,
My
boy?
God, is it just me, or have I been getting ambushed more frequently? And now we have the 2 gangs to worry about, Del Lobos and the Skinner Bros. Skinner Bros and Del Lobos, so... We're pretty deep into the little tall trees region, this little forest here, so there ain't a lot of civilization out here. You catch yourself in a gunfight like that, you ain't got a lot of help.
Slow now.
So this is the address Evelyn Miller gave me. This is the location he gave me. This is where he lives. I'm starting to compare John meeting Evelyn to Arthur meeting Hamish. In the kind of perspective that Hamish brought Arthur, and sort of the camaraderie that they were both able to share towards the latter part of their lives. John and Evelyn, I don't think either one is really towards the end of their life, but I'm hoping that John can obtain a similar kind of relationship from this that Arthur got from Hamish. I think that's the point that I'm desperately trying to reach here. And I am seeing some similarities, so we will see how this goes. Oh, he sees us coming up the driveway.
My, the reticent cowboy.
Hello?
You never told me your name.
Jim. Milk. John Marston.
Which?
John Marston. Long story.
I'm a writer. I love stories.
Another time. Guess I'm as big a fraud as you claim to be.
I'm trying, John. My wife didn't understand. Doesn't understand. The parish priest has taken to writing me missives about the exact nature of my sins. The parish priest! Can you imagine? Oh, what a petty-minded lot they are. I was attracted by my fraudulent fame, by the idea of me as some kind of provincial seer. It makes me sick. But here, I live like a man. I'm feeble, but alive. I'm a man! For the first time in my life, I'm a man.
Okay.
Or, I'm still a coward, but a real man would happily die rather than live as I do.
I don't know about that. We're all scared of something. Something within us.
But me, I'm nothing but fear. Fear and doubt and lies. Just a glimpse of how other men have coped and lived and survived and flourished. There are days when I sit here and weep about all the things that I've lost. We've lost. We true Americans, we peasants. We are killing this place, John Marston.
Killing what?
This great beauty, this truth.
What are you talking about?
Come. Let me show you.
Where are we headed?
Prepare to be shocked. Come along. Follow me.
Unless you're showing me Bigfoot, you should know. I'm not so easily shocked, Mr. Miller.
But you will be. Wait until you see the waste, the boundless appetites of these men. I know you will be horribly shocked because I see that frontier spirit in you. The self-reliance, the harmony with nature that us modern men have so lamentably lost.
I hate to spoil your impression of me, but I've been known to eat from a can just as often as from my gun.
You are not perfect. Oh no! Up there! The poor creature is caught in a bear trap. John, can you do something?
Let me see.
Cruelty of it. If you could pry it open, it may recover. Where are you going? It needs you, sir.
Stay calm.
Oh my god, the poor thing.
Let me try and get you out of this.
Those contraptions. They are unforgiving and indiscriminate.
Come on.
You did it! It's free! A second chance at life.
Maybe. As long as that wound don't go bad.
Still, better to die free than in the jaws of a machine.
Evelyn Miller guy is quite the character.
All right.
Now, come on.
Quite the
We have
thinker.
further to ride. Come on. The men I'd like to show you. They could have set that trap.
Hunters? I've seen hunters, sir. And like I said, I've been one myself.
Hunting for food or skins is one thing. But dredging rivers, burning out forests, killing everything you find, and leaving all but the most valuable parts to rot, that is who these men are. They are the rapaciousness of our financial markets let loose in the wilderness. A sign that our way of life has come to an end.
I see plenty of those signs.
Look, here they are. I will speak to them.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Oh boy.
You men are heathens! Ignoble savages! Animals! Shit, look! Look at what What's your problem? You're...
Hey!
Oh dear. Oh, my head.
I had worse!
Oh man, it's 3-on-1 here. I did throw the first punch, let it be known. I don't know that it had to go this way, but it seemed the most reasonable outcome at the time. Seemed like the easy way out too. Oh, you don't want to punch the horse, John. Oh boy, I gotta watch my health here. It's tough when you're in fist fights sometimes. Two down, one to go. Come at me, fat boy.
That was on you.
Oh. Jesus. Naive idiot.
That was clarity, John. This place. This is heaven and hell. The duality.
I think you got hit on the head. Come on, let's get you out of here before more of them show up.
But
I think we've made our point. Now, come on, let's go.
So that's actually it. Evelyn's gonna get the hell out of here, and I am too. That was like a hunter camp. It didn't look to me like those fine gentlemen were gonna be in the mood for much talking, so I said, let the fists fly on that one. And boy oh boy, they did. Now we really need to focus on some upkeep after all that. I'm gonna ride away a little bit and then maybe try and set up a camp somewhere. You know what, I do have to go back to Blackwater anyways. Let's just get rid of this bounty that I got in the last part 87, just to clear that up quick as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm still quite sure of the point that Evelyn Miller was trying to prove there. I see Evelyn Miller as an intellect. He is the protector of a protector anyways, of the ideology of that kind of frontier mentality. But he's more of a book smart kind of guy. He's got the right ideas on freedom in America, and he knows how to put all those ideas down in a book. But when it comes to actually living out this kind of lifestyle, he's a little bit clueless and naive. I can see why Dutch liked him so much. Dutch was, I mean, he lived this kind of American frontier way of life, you know, the life of the outlaws, the life of the Wild West for so long, but, you know, he was missing that book smart portion, that stimulation that Evelyn Miller is able to provide. So, Evelyn Miller and Dutch van der Linde come from two very different backgrounds, but they both kind of have the same ideals. And hopefully you get the point that I'm trying to push across here. I still don't know what to make. I'm still really confused with Evelyn Miller. I'm still not quite sure that I know what direction that's gonna go in, but I hope that we are able to get some personal growth out of speaking with him, because as foolish as he may be, there's definitely a bit to learn from that man. There is some truth to what he's preaching. John was talking about, you know, he was a bit confused. Evelyn was a little bit confused because John introduced himself as Jim Milton first, and then said, you know, actually I'm John Marston. And then John said, I might be just as big of a fraud as you. So I think Evelyn Miller mentioned, you know, of himself being a provincial seer. I think that a lot of people kind of eventually just wrote Evelyn Miller off as like he said, this provincial seer. But I don't know that
Old blind man Cassidy is not old crazy man Cassidy.
There's our blind friend again. Always creeps me out going past him. Anyways, I think ultimately Evelyn Miller was kind of seen to be a fraud. And now he's almost trying to prove himself, you know, being able to be a man and live off the land, and you know, he's living out in that cabin, but really he's more of just this this writer. He's an intellect. I don't know, I'm still not quite sure what to make of his stranger mission with John. John is like Dutch. He was kind of raised like a cowboy in a bit of a rough way. Oh, I can see my horse's head hanging now. So that's what that means. So I'm hoping that at the very least, I think I need to pick up some more horse food. Maybe John will be able to get out of Evelyn Miller what Dutch gets out of him in terms of that kind of academic stimulation, that kind of thought stimulation, brain stimulation. And like I said before, maybe help bring a little perspective. Yeah, there was no option to continue to feed Clutch, so I guess we gotta maybe run to the general store, run an errand, and pick up some food. Basically, I just want to pay off my bounty here. better to just not have a bounty than have one to worry about. Now I gotta make that stop to the general store. I don't know, let me know what you think about John's newest friend, quote unquote, in Evelyn Miller. I love all the great insights I get in that comment section. Everything I've said is just purely speculation. I have no idea what way this game is going to go. I was going to sleep and eat myself outside of town by setting up my own camp, but might as well just stay in Blackwater now that I'm here. There's no clerk here, which is a little weird. One thing that we haven't really done in a long time is a lot of shops sometimes have secrets to them. Like, we've had run-ins with operations going on in the back of house of certain shops and stuff like that. Every place, every person almost has a backstory. This place seems a little fishy, you know? There's nobody at the front counter. I could really take whatever I want here, could I not? Nobody's even watching me. Like, for real, nobody is watching me. I'm gonna take everything I can here. That's a lot of alcohol and whatnot. As long as nobody sees me, we're good. This is weird. Hello? Anybody home? They must be upstairs. I don't just want to, like, awkwardly walk up there, though, and be like, hey. I'm not paying for any of this, by the way. Those are all, like, consumables that I can eat. Nice. Yeah, I can't even open the catalog here. That's really weird. All I can do is take stuff. Well, I was able to get some apples and some carrots. This is really strange. That's a start, I guess, for my horse. All right, weird.
Oh yeah, I heard that already.
Hey, get on already.
Mister.
I'll keep civilized this time. How are things?
I was gonna stay in Blackwater, but you know what? I'm starting to get real sick of this place.
Y'all know why we're here today.
You better kill me.
The Skinners are a scourge on this whole state.
Ooh.
You burn in hell.
With great pleasure, I have been ordered to hang you for your misdeeds.
Here to watch bounty hunter? Or you here to do something?
Elias Green, a member of the Skinner Brothers gang, mutilated and murdered countless innocent travelers.
You cocksucker!
He left appalling scenes of brutality in his wake. Well, Mr. Green, your foul reign is at an end. You will reap what you have sown.
dirty son of a bitch!
For your evils, you will hang.
Okay.
All right, let's end this bastard. Do it.
That's it!
Wrapping things up.
There will be no tolerance for their behavior in this community.
That's it!
Let this be a lesson to all the other Skinners. We shall defeat you, for we are righteous.
Would have paid to see that.
I want to be... Whoops. I was going to say, I want to be the guy that cuts him down. I feel like I'm deserving of that at the very least. So this is actually interesting because this fits with something that we just did. This gentleman right here that just hung, Elias Green, a member of the Skinner Bros, the Skinner Gang, we actually caught as per a bounty hunting mission. And very suitable that we run into his hanging here in Blackwater. We obviously brought him to the sheriff here in Blackwater, and now we got to see out his hanging, and now we know that that guy from the Del Lobos gang, Ramon Cortez, he'll be hanging in Saint Denis. That's another hanging you could probably go down and see. That'll probably be happening pretty soon too. So it's cool to see that these guys that you are bringing in, these wanted criminals, justice is being served to them. I'm sure he's probably dead by now, if not for the broken neck, then suffocation.
Get the hell out
So,
of here.
I just want to cut him down. Don't shoot me. Really? You're not gonna let me cut him down? That seems kind of mean.
Ay, Dios mío!
Oh well. I thought I would be deserving of at least that honor.
Okay, partner.
I guess bringing him into the sheriff was
Leave me!
honorable enough. So, yeah, that's kind of a cool... we witnessed a hanging not that long ago in Valentine, but I didn't recognize like the name or the backstory of the person. So that was a lot cooler to watch because that actually was a guy that I captured and brought in. And it's also obviously even better because it's a member of the Skinner Bros. If they're part of the Skinner Bros or the Del Lobos gang, let them hang and let me watch.
Something makes everything better.
We're gonna need a haircut soon. That's something that we're gonna need to maybe want to look into next time. Whoops. There goes my controller. Just kind of as part of our upkeep in general, we'll probably have the next part of the Evelyn Miller missions. Trying to get an idea of what we have to do still. So the next part of that Evelyn Miller Stranger mission, not here yet. That's okay. It should show up anytime. Like I said, I was gonna stay in Blackwater. I've been talking about it this whole stream, but I've decided to set up camp after all outside of the town. Just outside, just on the outskirts here. Don't need to get too far. I don't have a lot of meat left, like for my own personal consumption, so I'm going to want to monitor that and maybe go hunting relatively soon. I want to leave at least the one plain stringy meat there for me. Not done just yet, Marson. Gotta make sure we get our sleep in here too. And then I want to talk about kind of what our plans are going forward here. Let's get a long sleep because it's been a while. We'll sleep right until the nighttime here. So obviously we have the Evelyn Miller Stranger mission, the John exclusive Stranger mission ongoing. We finished a little bit more here. Let's see if there's anything of importance that's new in John's journal. I was wondering if, yeah, maybe he would have written something about Evelyn. I think we read that little touch on Evelyn Miller. Met Evelyn Miller, the writer I grew up with, Dutch's favorite, even though I never really understood a word of what he said. In the flesh, both humbler and more pathetic than in Dutch's imagination. Bit of a sad man looking for something or other. Built ourselves a place to live. Never thought I would say those words. Now I just need a family and a way of paying off these debts. Went off bounty hunting with Sadie, who I'd met again after all these years, and whole thing turned crazy. Thank God Abigail weren't around or she'd have skinned me herself. That's what I mean. Don't have Abigail breathing down our necks right now. Woohoo! The sky is the limit. Okay, so, yeah, definitely Evelyn Miller. So we're going on to part 3 of that Stranger mission now. We obviously have the main story. The next mission is with Uncle back at Beecher's Hope. So that is continuing there in some capacity. We have to check on the work that they're doing with the barn. At least we've got Charles and especially Uncle working right now and not just sleeping under trees, for the love of God. So those are really the two main things. There's still upkeep. I'm really still struggling with the upkeep for myself and my horse, so I'm trying to make an effort every single video. And a haircut might be kind of the next thing to upkeep for us. Before we get back together with Abigail, we cannot look like the mountain man that we look like now. That's a fact. Outside of that, I mean, I said I wanted to do some table games for fun. We did that in the last video with the poker, so I'm not too worried about that. We could continue to explore, do more of the coach tips or treasure maps. Those are all thoughts. And then the Ties That Bind mission as well. These are all thoughts. So now, you know, I said, oh, we've been slowing down so much, doing so much side stuff, we have to get back to the story. If, you know, we end up doing another story mission in the next video, and you know, we might end up being like, okay, now we're doing too many story missions, and the end is going to come too quick before we get some of this other stuff done. So it's just all about kind of finding that right balance. But really, the next part, we should continue Evelyn Miller. We probably do the next Uncle mission, and then we can kind of pick and choose which things to do on top of that. That's all I got for you. This one's a little bit shorter than the last one. I actually don't mind cutting the videos up like this a little bit every once in a while, because it makes the videos a little bit easier to watch. I don't know, let me know. Is it a pain in the ass to have, like the last part, my last video ended, you know, right in the middle of a mission, and then this video picked up from that same point? Is that a bad thing? Do you guys mind if I do it that way? If something comes up and I just continue it later? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as I know you always do. I'm always thinking. This game always has my head spinning, and you know what happens a lot of times is I'm trying to dissect the game so much. I'm trying to really key into to a lot of things, and sometimes I'm so focused on just thinking, just having the wheels in my head spinning, that I miss some dialogue or some text or some important information, and then when I go back, it makes it harder to figure out kind of who's who. But I mean, it gives you a lot to think about. We got a lot going on right now, trying to get John back on his feet. His place is really coming nicely together. He's got that nice home and that nice barn now. His biggest concern, and he's mentioned it a couple of times, wrote it in his journal, is his debt. Thank God he didn't have to go into more debt with the bank. It's almost a bit of a miracle that they didn't approve him for the loan on the barn. Having the house on a loan is enough. Sadie was able to come in clutch and provide us that work, catching Ramon Cortez. But again, we keep trying to get away from that life, and you know, we go up to Uncle and we're like, you know, oh, where's the ranching? We need to get the ranching started, and we're trying to just become that average, the average rancher dude named John. I mean, that's ultimately our goal here, and every time that we work towards achieving that, we end up shooting guys in the head, and just all comes back to, you know, at the end of the day, this is John Marston, and you can't change some things about people. That's all I got for you. I gave you the lowdown on some stuff that we have planned coming up, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you on the other side.